Hi, Scorpio. It's Michelle from the Guided Intuitive. Thanks, guys, for being here. So we are going to do a love read. A love read. I don't know why my tongue is tied for you right now. What's happening here? Is something need to be said, or something hard to get out to say? That's what I was getting within your read. So that's interesting. But let's jump into this. This is going to be you and who. Okay. We're going to start with you, and then we'll pull a 5-card spread for both of you and kind of see where you're at. All right. And let's jump into this. Okay. So starting with you, I am going to pull an activation card specifically for the month of July, since it's fireworks and all that stuff. So we're going to see what wants to come out. Let's activate Scorpio and find out what's happening. With the voice there. All right. Let's take a look. All right, guys, what's happening? All right, let's see. Here we go. You must be tongue-tied. All right, we got universal love. So universal love. This is interesting coming out in your love read. And what I find is so interesting, in terms of this card, is that it's not just, the love that we have for each other or the love that we have for ourselves. This is called universal love, right? So it's really focusing on, and all I can think of right now, when I see this card, I always think of Bob Marley's song, right? Which is, all about that one love, right? And that's what this really talks about. There is one love. And if we really boil things down into one, that, we're all consciously together in love. There's one love. We all got a heart and together, as collectively, we've got one heart. And we've all got love, but collectively all together, we have one love. And that's what this card really talks about. And Bob Marley said it perfectly. We can't say it better than him, but that's what's coming out here. Let's get together and feel all right, right? And so that could be the kind of feeling that you have going on right now for yourself, which is beautiful energy. I love being around you on this. This is really great, Scorpio. And that's what I'm feeling here. So that's what it wants to let you know, is that, in the planet, the whole existence, there is a connection to each other, and that is what we call universal love. Okay, so that's what's coming through, guys. Okay, I am going to pull another card to see what else wants to come through here. So you're just feeling love is what I feel here, right? So that could be the case. All right, let's take a look at anything else that wants to come out here. What do we have? Listen. Okay. Literally listen. That's the card that's coming out here. All right. Interesting. And this is about really listening. Now, this could be within a love relationship or within a situation. And it's not just listening to the words someone might be saying, but what is underneath those words, right? And this could be important. Okay. This could be really important. Okay. So if you really want to understand someone, look beneath the words that they're speaking, right? Listen fully and intently, and again, not just what is what you're hearing that is being said, but really what's under that. Okay, that's what this wants to let you know. So if you're having trouble connecting with someone, person, place, or thing, especially as it pertains to love, this is something that wants to come out. I am going to pull a card specifically to see if there's anything that can help you with that. Just real quick in terms of numerology, let's take a look at what wants to come out for you, Scorpio, in terms of this. Okay, all right, let's take a look. What do we have here? You guys, love partnership. Okay, so it has to do with the love partnership. So if you want to increase it, the understanding, within the love relationship or situation. Now this could be a friend, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, a person of interest, or just one side of a situation or another. But to create change, which is a 26 card that reduces to an 8, and to make things, in equilibrium and equal, that infinity symbol of 8. It is going to require some sort of different way of listening. So listening more intently, okay? So it's not about offering advice or anything, but to be a very compassionate listener. Okay, and that's going to help you within your love life. Okay, now the love partnership has to be, it could be a new love, it could be an up leveling of a love, it could be, the one that you're in right now, but to create the change that perhaps that you're here looking for to see and getting insightful guideposts for yourself so you can make a better decision, it is saying that it's important to listen in a different way too. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. Interesting, guys, interesting. And let's go ahead and take a look look at where you're at this present time. Okay, so I'm going to pull 5 cards. It's going to be a little shorter than my previous readings that I've done before. I am just focusing on so many projects right now, guys. A few that are really exciting. I can't wait to bring them to you. So it's going to be exciting. So stay tuned. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what we have here. Emperor energy, and we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So this is interesting. So we've got Emperor energy, and this talks about being very solid and structured. This could be, someone who's a business owner, a leader in what they do, and that could be the case. Someone that's carrying on this type of energy. Aries energy is coming out here, and then I get the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, and the 3s are all about collaboration, working with others. You might be a lead in terms of leading others, right? For some of you. Now, within a relationship, this is taking the lead in terms of being that team, that partnership, right? And that could be that listening, aspect of that. So that could very much well be the case. Tell me anything more about this teamwork. What's going on with the teamwork here, okay? And the collaboration. 3 of Cups, nice. Okay, this has to do with more like friendship, community, right? And the interesting thing is maybe that maybe something needs to kind of go in terms of friendship. There's the word love that's written right here, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, it's written love right here, and it starts with friendship. It's starting teamwork, collaboration, and getting kind of a teamwork and collaboration to move forward, right? And then for something to grow in terms of love, it's going to take friendship and community, right? So and that's what's happening here. So how interesting is this, right? Where you're at right now is maybe you're leading a team, but this says they want you to take the lead in terms of a friendship or collaboration, because that can lead to love. Okay, interesting. Pull me a numerology card on this one here. 3 of Cups. Moderation. Yeah, focus on all things in moderation, especially during times of any sort of conflict. This reduces to a 5, right? But moderation, balance yourself in terms of your heart chakra. That green is the heart chakra, right? This is your root chakra, the red. So it's about creating a strong foundation, which is the Emperor, right? Strong foundation in terms of, teamwork, collaboration, friendship and community as it pertains to love, right? And all that universal love that you're putting out there, right? So if there's any conflict, focus on moderation, okay? Anything else in terms of where you're at right now that wants to come out in the Love Oracle? What do we have here? Yeah, being wise, taking your time in the process, taking your time in terms of love right now. So moderation is probably one of the reasons that came out, taking your time, okay? So let's take a look at, who this other person is and where they're at. What cards? So I want to pull these ones here. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at this other person, where are they at this present time, okay? First 2 weeks of July. What's coming out here? This other person for Scorpio here. What do we have? 10 of Cups and the Sun card. Wow. They're feeling joyful, right? They're feeling emotional happiness and good vibrations, right? 10 of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy and good vibrations. Wow. Off the charts. I mean, like the best vibration and the best in terms of being in an alignment with oneself. That's where they're at right now. So they're in this ultimate kind of feeling right now. Now, it doesn't say whether or not that they're coupled or not, but their vibrations are flying high. This is so interesting. Yeah. It's almost like a little hummingbird at the very, very top that's kind of flying in the sky. Or it could be, Batman or Superman. You take your pick, flying high. But whatever this is, this person is in alignment. They're kind of working their superpower, okay? And flying high, especially with the Sun card here. So it's beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. I like this person over here, okay? So let's take a look at anything else that wants to come through here. Anything else? Why are they so happy? Oh my gosh, that's where they're at right now. Well, they came out of the karmic completion. They ended their karmic cycle. Now that's a celebration, guys. Okay, that's a celebration. And for those of you who've gone through this, you know what that looks like, right? And you could be the person. You might be, relate to one side more than the other. Okay, so feel free to reverse the direction, as you see fit. But they came out of a karmic completion, and who wouldn't be feeling like this after all of that, right? It's kind of like, you have this newfound energy. And there's a sense of being grounded or coming home and being balanced and in alignment. And that's what is happening here. Some sort of karmic completion that they've ended a cycle and they're starting on a brand new one. And whatever it is, they've got more energy than they've had before, and they're flying high, and they're focusing and doing what it is that they where they're at right now. How interesting, guys. Karmic completion, that's where they are at. Wow, how interesting. Anything else? Yeah, and in the past they felt like they were kind of hitting a brick wall, but no more is what's happening there. Let's take a look at what is the current issue then that's happening here. What's the current issue happening right now? Okay, what's the current issue at this time? Like what's the core issue, the shadow side of the situation between both of these energies, you and this other person? What's the shadow side? What do we have? What do we have here? Magician energy and the Fool. Wow, could be doing with the Gemini or an Aquarius. I even think the Magician card is there too, for me personally. And then the Fool card. Fool card, brand new beginning, brand new excitement, new energy. Yeah, that's what I see here. Wow. So Magician energy and the Fool card, both major arcanas. So in this relationship or situation at hand, major shifting, okay? But this is saying there's a new beginning that is available, okay? There's a new beginning. This is the Fool card. You've got all the resources necessary in this relationship with the Magician card to have a new beginning, okay? Now, for those of you that want it, not saying everyone wants it, but for those of you that want it, there's an opportunity for a new beginning, okay? There is. It's the opening up a fresh new portal, a changing of energy. For those of you that want it, what does that look like, okay? What does that look like? Queen of Pentacles. So this is all about down-to-earth motherly energy. So for those of you that want this new beginning, you're focused on being very careful and making the choices that you want to make. For those of you that want it, and then you're moving forward. So for those of you that want this new beginning here, this is the Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of like influence, mother. I don't know. I get an Aquarius out of this one. You've got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and you've got the Aquarius coming out here. Healing energy, vibrant energy. Okay. This could be for those of you that want to move forward. You see your, for those of you that want to move forward within the situation, is that you could have an opportunity to choose that. You've got the motherly earth energy and you've got that healing energy. And that's what's coming through here. For some of you, if you want to move forward, it could be a choice between an air sign and a Capricorn, an earth sign. It's kind of coming through here, guys. I have to kind of note that both, because it could be that, or it could be that you're down to motherly earth type of energy. You're healing, you're moving forward. You want to see healing within this relationship or situation. If you want to move forward within this and you want a new beginning. Okay. So that's what I get for some of you. Sacral chakra, you're in your emotions. You want to heal the situation. You want to move it forward. And, you know your value. It's motherly earth type of energy, and that's about moving it forward. Okay. For those of you that do not want to move forward, what does that look like within this? What does that look like for you? We got the Devil energy and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is about the Devil energy is all about Capricorn type energy, and then we've got the Queen of Wands, where she's that visionary entrepreneur, right? She is very creative, kind of that type of thing. So for those of you that don't want a relationship, it's kind of like you're letting go of any sort of addictions or anything of the sort. Could have been within the relationship or situation, and you are focused on your creativity. You're focused on your excitement and whatever that is for you here. This is about being that a lot of exuberance and a lot of vibrancy. So you're focused on your creativity and you're letting go of that. And what does that look like for you on that side here? Parenting. Okay, so maybe it's about you are parenting yourself, or you're focused on your parenting skills. Or again, you could be mothering yourself, your inner child, and that's coming to fruition. So for some of you, that could be you're focusing on that, and your creativity has to do with something about having to do something with your parenting, and your creativity and your vibrancy is going to relate to that. Okay. Note your comments below, guys, but this is quite interesting. But the shadow side, kind of the situation is that that there is a new beginning that is available. And it's about whether or not you're going to use that magician energy. I'm going to pull one more card here. 2 major arcanas coming out. Anything more of this? Yeah, the motion of moving forward. I get the Knight of Swords. So this is about the new beginning. Is about being too opinionated. The shadow side is being too opinionated and moving too hastily in the relationship or situation. The shadow side of the relationship and the dynamic is that it's pushing too fast for a new beginning. You have all the resources necessary, but it's moving too fast. You got to slow down a little bit. The universe needs to catch up with some things. The universe wants to create the opportunity, to make this work. So don't be the shadow side would be to operate too hasty or being too opinionated and having this new beginning. Okay. That's going to be key. Okay, guys, Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah. Because there's some personal growth that needs to be done. Okay. Personal growth is necessary, in here. Okay. So that's what the shadow side is. Okay. And again, for those of you that kind of wanted to move forward and those of you that didn't want to move forward, but we're going to continue this. Okay. Let's take a look at what is, at this thing, what's going to help in this dynamic, knowing that that's the shadow side. What is the dynamic of this? What's going to help? Okay. Let's take a look. What is it? What's going to help? The Eight of Pentacles, putting something to an end. Okay. It's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles is talk about, getting further education and maybe engaging a little bit more in something to put something to an end. Now, this really tells me that I almost feel that it's some sort of dynamic, like some sort of limiting belief or negative emotion of some sort. And if that's the case, guys, hence beyond the read, in my description box, you'll see it here, or rapid change session. You could check that out. But that's kind of really what I'm feeling here, that this is about, putting to rest, kind of getting more education and engagement to create change, and so you can put something to an end, right? So you can put something to an end. This Death card, that's what's coming out here. Interesting. Yeah, guys, I mean, it's Scorpionic energy, Scorpio energy. Yeah. Justice, here you go. It's just showing up here. Yeah, to balance things out. That's what it's going to take to balance things out. Get more education, get more engaged in this, in terms of this thing to overcome it. And it's going to balance things out. Justice card. How beautiful, guys. Libra energy, right, too. You might have Libra or Scorpio within your chart, or, you could be dealing with someone there, or you're just taking on the energy. But that's how you're going to get justice here. Okay. How interesting. Let's take a look at how can progress be made? How can progress be made in this? Let's take a look. High Priestess energy and the Six of Wands. So High Priestess energy is really focusing on that of which is hidden, right? Using intuition within this process. Okay. The Six of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This really talks about this is self-confidence and progress is being made. Okay. So what's going to help in this is following your intuition and having confidence in your intuition that progress can be made. So, listening to your intuition and, and having that self-confidence to move forward and trusting yourself. Wow. Interesting. Trusting yourself and having confidence in your intuition. Yeah, that's what's going to help. That's how progress can be made. How interesting, guys. Anything else that wants to come through here? Yeah, there is, you have a spiritual bond that can't be broken. And I think this spiritual bond right here is talking about between you, your intuition and yourself. It's a string of faith that's happening here, but it's a lesson to be learned there. Anything else? Yeah, there was no progress during winter time. It was really frozen. And this is about, in this situation, there could be some sort of unrequited love. Maybe that the current situation that you're in right now is not the same anymore. Maybe it's lost its spark. maybe that you're in a situation and it wants you to follow and listen to your intuition. So some of you, that could be the case. But I will tell you, in springtime, which we're already here, we're getting into summer coming up. We started summer here on the Western Hemisphere. But for those of you in the springtime, that's what's coming through. New seeds are being planted. There's new pathways. So some of you could have already planted those, and it's coming. Is what I feel here. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel that's happening here. That how progress can be made, right? And that's what's coming through here. So keep that in mind, because it doesn't want you to rush in, and it wants you to stop obsessing. Okay. So yeah. It's, oh my gosh, you guys. This is that other card that came behind it. I didn't even know I had 3. Until the lesson is learned. So the timing for this, I pulled it even further to find out what this is. And this was that, the new seeds are being planted and that type of thing, but it wants you not to rush things. It wants you to stop obsessing, right? And until the lesson is learned, right? And it could be letting something go, right? Something that needs to be learned here. You guys, I'm going to do an extended, and I'm going to focus on what this other person, kind of what it is that they haven't told you, okay? I want to, what they're most afraid of, what their next move is. We'll talk about messages from both sides. What they want most from you, and then the potential outcome with advice. So if you aren't interested, do check out my description box below. Okay? All right, guys, until next time, namaste.